friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brit. I am Another Lost Millennial, and we are outside in my backyard suburban garden today. I have done quite a bit this morning. I am just taking a short break, and I reheated my coffee, and I wanted to tell you what I did and like bring you along with what I am planning to do over the next couple of days. So this morning I went to the big box store to get a bag of soil. I just need to add a bag so that I can plant out my lisanthuses because my soil has dropped significantly, and I really need to get those into some soil like ASAP. I needed to get them in, like 2 weeks ago. I got them on my birthday, which has now been 2 weeks. They've been sitting in a tray getting bottom watered, and I also have some more strawberries that need to get planted as well, but I don't know where I'm going to put them, and I'm still debating putting them in one of my beds. Like, I kind of want to. I want to see how it would maybe work out or not work out, but I just don't know where, and the space that I have that's open right now is not exactly where I want to put strawberries for the summer here in central Arizona, which is I'm in zone A, but borderline B. Like, we're so close. Literally the neighborhood 5 minutes down the road is zone 9B, and everything on the internet says that where my address is zone 9A. I digress. I'm sorry. I ramble a lot. So this morning I went, and they had a ton of flowers and miscellaneous plants on their clearance rack that didn't actually look like they were dead. So I ended up grabbing, I want to say 8 marigolds on clearance. So they were $2 per little pot. And then I grabbed these 2 really pretty flowers, and I guess it says they're used as ground covers, or they're really good in containers or hanging pots because they trail and flow over. And those were $4. So I grabbed 2 of them, along with a lavender plant that looked gorgeous, and it only had like a couple pieces that were dead on it, so I pulled those off and I planted it into a corner of one of my beds closer to the house. And I actually got everything in the ground. So this is why I went to get the potting soil, so I could get the lisanthuses in the ground. But then I ended up buying more plants, and I got those in the ground first. So I'm gonna bring you along. We're gonna fill up the edge of this bed right here that's closest to us with all my garlic. I just want to fill some soil at the edge, and I want to line up my lisanthuses along that edge because I think it would be gorgeous to walk out here and see just a lovely little wall of gorgeous flowers. I grew lisanthuses last year. I bought them from a guy on Instagram up in the valley. His Instagram handle is @John'sPlantAdventures. He is such a kind man, and he's so nice. I've met him multiple times at Phoenix Seed Swap events, and I've bought multiple flowers from him. So I bought lisanthuses last summer, and they became like one of my favorite flowers of all time. And I didn't even care for them properly, and they still flourished. So they could have gotten really tall. The dwarf ones did really well for me last year. So I didn't get any dwarfs this year, but the colors of these ones are gorgeous. I'll put them, I'll tell you what they are when we plant them out. But I also bought my ranunculus corms from him, and I will do that again next fall as well because they are gorgeous, and I will definitely buy more, and they will all go in my beds. I put a couple into some pots, and they didn't last well because I'm not a good container gardener. I'm not. I'm trying my hardest to be a little bit better with them, but I get really, really bad seasonal depression in the summer here because the heat is just, it's unbearable. And so I struggle to come out and water, like hand water containers and stuff. And luckily I was able to get irrigation put into these beds, so they were taken care of and they were really great over the summer. But anything in containers, it just all died. And I have quite a few containers, and I put those pretty flowers that I just bought off the clearance rack into a container, but that is because those containers are going to stay at the entrance of my garden, and I'm going to extend the drip line to that container. Like, I'm going to extend it and put a little drip piece into the container right there. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to drink some more of my coffee, and then we're going to go add some soil to that bed so I can plant my lisanthuses out. Okay, let's go. It is a very windy day, so I apologize for all the loud wind when I'm talking. So right here, so I bought this, and I bought 2 of them. So I put one in this purple pot and one in this. So they're matching pots, and my hope is that they trail over and, you know, are really cool. So these are Super Cal Pechoa. Yeah, they were only $4. I got 2 of them. When I Googled it while I was there, it said that it was, that it's a perennial here. So hopefully they will last as long as I cover them when we get a frost, but you don't have to deadhead them. You just have to have consistent watering, and they like the full sun. They can handle the heat here. So that's gonna be really nice. So I put one right there and one right here. And my hope is that they trail out and make this really lovely entrance into my garden. Another project I do need to get done this week is I am going to expand this and turn it into a 4x8 that matches the other 3. I didn't do it here last time because this stone path, I didn't want to pull it up, but now I'm going to. So I'm going to pull the one that's under this brick, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then there's one right here. And I'm just gonna have them, I'm gonna lead them through here and through here to meet up right there. And I think it'll be really cute. I'm pretty excited about that, but that's a really big job, just like the perennial moving. I have some big projects I gotta do. Anyway, so I put those there. I got that marigold off of clearance. This one, one, 2, and 3. The 2 on the outside are regular. This one says it's an African marigold, so we'll see how those come out. But I thought they'd be really pretty. So I put the yellow ones right here because these are my cherry tomatoes. So this one is Brad's Atomic Grape. This one is a purple bumblebee, the sunrise bumblebee, and the champagne bubbles, all cherries. This one is the pink Amalfi. And then, let me put these right here real quick. I need a, like, station over here for all my crap. Anyway, look at my baby's gloves. Okay, and then I put these ones over here. Ooh, we already have a bee. Oh, we got lots of bees enjoying the nasturtiums. Anyway, I put 1, 2, and 3 marigolds in here next to my black Krim and my 2 Paul Robesons. And then my peppers. I believe that's a Serrano, that's a jalapeno, and then this one back here is a Sugar Rush peach. And this is a volunteer sunflower. Oh, I got some beans. I didn't notice that. I got some beans. That's pretty cool. I think these are yard-long noodle beans, the red ones. Oh, and a watermelon. I'm really excited about the watermelon. I think they're big watermelons, so my hope was that they were gonna trellis over my arch, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Also my other volunteer sunflower. Oh, and speaking of field trip, I found 2 more volunteer sunflowers in the rocks, so that's cool. And I believe those are gonna be like dark, like maroon, brown, black. It's gonna be really pretty. They're damaged though because I didn't notice them and I stepped on them, but they should bounce back. Anyway, on to, last one. This is the lavender plant that I found, and it looks kind of sad, but there's way more green than there is dead. I pulled the dead off. It was right here. You can still see it, but I stuck it right here. And I just realized that I have a ton more collards that I need to pull and throw in the dehydrator. And then I think I'm gonna pull this plant out. Ooh, another volunteer sunflower. And I got more Swiss chard. I don't know what's going on. That's pretty crazy. I need to water this. My strawberries aren't happy. But the thyme and the sage are. Strawberries are, they're okay. But mostly crispy and needing water and dying. Okay, anyway. Okay, so I have 32 lisanthuses. Some of them don't look happy, so I really need to get them in the ground. I have 16 of the Celeb Madonna and 16 Arosa Champagne. So right here, I'm going to do alternating. So I'm going to do 1 Celeb, 1 Arosa, 1 Celeb, 1 Arosa, and have it along. It says that they need to be planted 4 to 9 inches apart, so I'm just going to do every 6 inches since I have an emitter at every 6 inches on this drip tape. So that's just what I'm going to do. We'll see how that works out. To do the same thing on that bed in the front, but I haven't expanded that bed and I'm very nervous about these making it. Maybe if I expand that bed tomorrow I can do it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna work on expanding that bed tomorrow and filling it so that I can put the same row of lisanthuses on that bed, and then have the whole front just have really beautiful lisanthuses. Let's make that our goal. I do have someone coming over tomorrow to talk garden stuff with me, but I should be able to do that after she's gone, or even before she gets here. Hopefully I can do that. We'll see. I'm going to plant these strawberries in that open patch though. I'm going to put some water in this and put this back on my shelf. Forgot you in the garden. I have almost planted every single thing out that I have purchased, which is amazing. I haven't planted these ones yet. I planted half of them. My goal tomorrow is to expand this bed outwards so I can put all the lisanthuses right in the front, right along the front like I did over here. Now, so I already started pulling up bricks and I forgot. Let me do a before and after. I'm not going to record me doing this because it's so time consuming and I just want to get this done. So, pulling up these little bricks so I can put them in there, and I'm going to, at the bare minimum tonight, I'm extending the outer edge of the tiny bed. Okay, so here's my before. Okay, I'm very out of breath again. This is where we are at. I've got soil. I need to get something up against that so the soil does not collapse. Luckily, I have all of that soil, and I have that whole pool full of soil, as well as a 3 cubic yard block of soil right there too. So should have enough to fill this out and, you know, not disturb my flowers or this soil over here. I did put very thick layers of cardboard. I know I didn't get all the tape off of it, but at this point I do not care. I just want cardboard down so that this Bermuda does not keep trying to get into at least this bed. Okay, so I'm gonna try and fill it with soil and I will come back to you. But also, look at this pretty sunset. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so windy, you guys. I'm sorry. It's been a very long day, very productive day, and that is a wonderful sunset to finish this project off to. All right, I'll see you soon.